About 20 odd years ago, a mate of mine said to me, Adam, you should record all these things you do on the weekends. Put it up on the internet. People will find it interesting. Well, it's clearly one piece of advice that I chose to ignore. And here I am, 20 odd years later, with a bit of encouragement from some family, recording my first YouTube video. So what sort of things do we do, and why do we do it? Well, first of all, we fix things. And the reason why we fix things is because I was brought up with the attitude that you repair, you recycle, before you replace. We also build things. And the reason why we build things is because we want something a bit special. People used to call it DIY or homemade, but these days they call it bespoke or custom. So we do bespoke projects now and custom projects. You can see behind me the lovely stone cottage that we live in. Very lucky we live out in the countryside here, but this beautiful stonework didn't always look like this. That's correct, it used to look like this. Back sometime in the 70s or 80s, the cottage had been rendered with a cement-based render and pebble dashed. And as you can see from the little patch behind me and the scaffolding, I'm in the process of knocking it all off and revealing that beautiful natural stonework. So we do a lot of house repair work, but we also have some big plans to modernise the house inside in keeping with the old-fashioned style and the natural style the cottage was originally built in. We also have a reasonable sized garden, and we've got a few projects to turn this otherwise wild place into hopefully a beautiful country cottage garden. Some of those projects were building projects, likes of the gabion baskets that you can see behind me and the railway sleepers. They're going to be used elsewhere in the garden. And some of those projects will be more gardening based. Now I'm no gardener, but thankfully my other half is. So we might have a few bits of collaboration along the way. And some of our projects will take place in the man shed behind me. I love my man cave. I live here most of the time. The house is just an added bonus. So the kind of things we get up to in the man cave could be maintaining vehicles. This is my 2012 Audi that I'm doing a job on at the moment. We also have some big boys' toys that we like to play with. And on top of that, we have 3 grandchildren. So we like to build a few projects for them. We might make a few kids' toys. Along the way, we'll try and share with you some of the tips and tricks that I've learned that make life a bit easier, or that simply allow us to take these projects on in the first place. I don't know where this journey is going to take us, but we're going to have a bit of fun along the way, and I hope you'll come along for the ride. Welcome to Weekends with Adam the Bloke.